Hey guys, George here. Welcome back to the channel. You guys know what time it is. We're continuing with Megaevolutions, and we're continuing with the booster box, obviously, but not just booster box this time. We also have bundles of galore. So we got we got in total 6 different bundles. Could put those there right there, but 6 bundles in total, 36 packs. That's what we're going to be putting up against each other. So 36 in total. Just gonna see, obviously bundles give us a certain amount of stuff, booster box also gives us stuff, but we've already noticed illustration rares and all the other things come out differently, so make sure to stick around and see what we get. Very good. So we're gonna start, and we're gonna start with the booster box. We have 12 packs, and I'm gonna do rounds of 12 because again, these bundles are in total 4 each, so we're just gonna do 3 bundles together, booster box, have all 12 at once as well. So maybe we do a little quick speed up at 1.2, I don't know, we'll see. But at the same time, we might not need it. So we're just gonna see how it goes. First 12, then see how it turns out with the other 12, okay? With this here, as you can see, we still have the same cards, but we did change the playmat. Got our mega playmat, has a bunch of the megas on there as well, at least the ones that are right now being used for this set. But here we go with these guys, our Gimme Ghoul and our Dialga. Better this than when we have our, I'm not complaining that we get the alts, but it's better this, I think. Start off a little slow in comparison instead of getting the alt right at the start of the video. But we got our Buneri. Another fucking Gardevoir. Another Gardevoir. Why another? Because we've pulled this one. And in the previous video, I said I felt it. And I did. I felt it. You can feel the little spots there. So I was hoping it was going to be Lucario. But we did get the golds. I was just not sure if we would get it or not. But damn. Starting off with Gardevoir Gold again. Next one again, in the sense that we got this guy more than once already today in our recordings. Very good. So I think we're just gonna go downhill from there. In our previous booster box opening where we got this one as well, so you guys should go check out, we got an alt. We got an alt in the box. So either this one will also have an alt in the box, which is what I'm gonna be hoping for, or we don't get it. But make sure to check out that previous video where we did get also that Mega Gardevoir Hyper Rare, the Mega Hyper Rare, that's what they're called. So make sure to check out that previous one and see what alt we got, because now here all we're going to be waiting for it to see is if we get an alt. At least that's what I'm going to be waiting for. I don't know you guys, but I'm going to be expecting another alt card here in this box, because we've been very lucky with the booster boxes, except for our first ever opening of one. That guy ended up giving us pretty much absolutely nothing. Nothing good, nothing great either. Nothing of the illustration rares were worth it. So our first booster box was pretty garbage, but in comparison, we've been up and up with all the other ones. So can't really complain there. Starting with that, so far just an EX and a hyper rare. Just that hyper rare is worth more than the box, even at people selling it in scalper prices. So very good to get that one there. Now with our 3 packs left, we got 3 left. Let's see how this first third of the booster box ends up with Hariyama, Gumshoos, and Kyogre. Now after that, all we're going to be waiting for is to see if we get anything. And these bundles, with these bundles, we don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to see something else come out. But got our Abra, Dialga, and our last pack of 12. Only 2 hits right there, which I wouldn't be complaining at all, because we got that one. But again, seems weird after 12 packs. Let's see if we got one more. Mantine. And no, just 2 hits out of 12 packs. Okay, now with the bundles, let's see. We could get just as lucky and get a hyper rare in these guys as well. And this one can give us options for more than just the hyper rare, because again, each box could be loaded with some buddies. Already starting off with a Buddy Pofin as our full art item. So starting off with the throne here. It feels weird next to our hyper rare of our Gardevoir, but that's how it's going. So let's see how any of these end up turning out now with what we have left. 2 Gardevoirs in a day, guys. Not the Lucario, which we do need the Lucario, obviously, but that Gardevoir is going to help us get that Lucario when we need it. So it's a very good acquisition. Always nice to see it. So, and with this, even though those 12 packs, we only got those 2 cards, the hyper rare is basically already the amount for the entire box. So can't really say we are not happy about it. Surprised about it, just because 12 packs giving only those 2 cards, even though it is a hyper rare, it's still just a hit in the sense, but like the value of the card shouldn't affect the amount of hits that you're getting. We got that main neck trick there, but it feels like it did, but at the same time, it's a booster box. Maybe those 12 got loaded, and then the other sides have everything else. So we'll see how these guys turn out. Got our Yveltal, and right now the Buddy Buddy and the EX are what we've pulled here with this. Again, 3 bundles smashed together. Let's see how the rest of these turn out with what we have. I'm pretty sure we already went through one. Starting on the second one with a Litleo as well. Like this card. It looks pretty cool. So that one just gets straight up sleeved and put on the throne. So the king taking a throne. We can call it a king because he is a lion. So the Lion King right there. And let's keep moving through. There's our code. And our 3 with our Rare Candy and Cinderace, which again, this being the Megas one. VMAX, I don't know. There's different. Megas and VMAX, very different. Ignore what I was going to say. But I feel like those guys could easily become part of this with our Mega Lucario there, but just put that guy down below. And we're going to keep going from there. But the EXs, I just stopped sleeving them immediately because it does take up time, and time-wise, we have noticed that the videos get shorter, at least for me in the recordings and in the editings, so decided no longer sleeving those on camera anymore because it does take up, even though maybe might be insignificant, after a lot of the insignificance of time put together, it does add up right there. But last 2 packs of 3 booster bundles. Again, right now 4 hits. Not 4 hits. Gargankel as well, so another illustration rare. Not gonna take down our Litleo because of it, but it's just gonna be right there. And our last one of 12 packs. Can tell you, 12 packs, we got 5 hits over the year. 12 packs, we got 2 hits. But again, I'm just hoping that that's the booster box, because again, even if we don't get anything in the booster box, I feel like obviously we made it out. Very good, so let's keep going. Second part of the booster box. Let's see, and now I want to see the difference here, that hopefully we'll get to see more of the cards that we're missing. But again, at the same time, who knows if that will happen, or we're just going to have a lot of missing cards. We got our illustration rare here of Cloyster, or Cloytsire. I don't know how people would say, but I would say Cloytsire. But our first illustration, gonna depend much on what kind of other cards we get, because there's obviously the Marshadow illustration, now that I know about it, that if we pull it, it's gonna be a nice pull as well. So hopefully we can get that chance to pull that one. But let's see if we can get that alt as well, because like I said previously, we've had some luck getting a hyper rare and still getting another big card to come out from there as well. Okay, so very good. We'll keep going from there. See what else we get, if anything else possible, because again, it is the booster box, so there should be other stuff. But again, we're seeing a lot of different things happening with these booster boxes that didn't used to happen before. A lot of these are coming with 15 hits, when 15 hits was the high limit that you could get with these, and pulling more than 3 illustration rares when 3 was the max always. And now we got one with 4, one with 5. So nice, interesting things could happen here with these booster boxes. So Got our Spearow and our Mega Mawile. And just keep going from there. And those EXs can take their time. We'll sleeve them up anyways, but don't want to do a little interruption just because of those. But got our Pachirisu, Delmise, and Steelix, which we've seen a lot of. Now I think with the illustration rares that we've seen the most, Steelix, Delbird, Mr. President, Gumshoe, Clytzer, so many of those, Spearow, those guys are coming left and right. So far with that, I'm pretty sure those are the ones we've seen the most, and the one we've seen the least, one we've only gotten one of, Marshadow, which there's a lot of other cards we haven't seen illustration rare wise, but Shedinja as well is constantly coming out too, with his Ninjask buddy there as well, but we'll see if we get any luck there with those guys. But continuing from there, I'm pretty sure there's some illustration rares that we haven't seen. But other than that, we'll just see. These guys I haven't seen either. Not even the regular version of Wally. So we got these 3 packs left. See if they end up showing up or not. Because Wally is one of the ones we need. The regular version. The Alts version as well, I think. So those guys are the ones that would be cool to see. But let's see if there's any turnout or not. Got Cluncher, Megalodios again. So now that we have a Megalodios, now it came out again. So that one's gonna be there. Another one that we didn't need now anymore, coming out again. The ones we need don't come out, but the ones once we don't need them anymore, they start coming out over and over. So that's the game. That's how it happens usually with opening packs. And our last one here goes to show you the booster box was definitely loaded more to one side, or the other 18 packs that were left. But with what we got, last 3 are Electrike and Camerupt. So good. Let's keep going with our booster bundle packs. Again, now with this, we're trying to see if we get anything worthwhile over here. Again, not saying anything that we've pulled already is not worthwhile, but maybe we get some luck and also get something big here, because we're getting some info in a group that we're in. Someone pulled the Lucario and they got it from one of the freaking mini tins, which, if you know, and if you're in the know, the mini tins only have one of the Mega Evolution cards. There's our Mega Signal, and then a Destined Rivals pack. So in actuality, they pulled the Mega Tin and they only got one freaking pack of Megas, and they pulled that card. So goes to show you, just one pack can do it. We don't have to be opening up so much, but again, it all has to do with the luck that you get as well. So it's not just, buy one pack, you're gonna get something good. Obviously not. You have to have the luck, you have to be in the right spot at the right time, because again, you could be right behind the person that bought it before you and they got it before you. So it all changes that type of thing. So if you're lucky, good. If not, you're not really gonna get anything out of these guys. So like we're saying, let's see if we can get anything worthwhile, because again, we're just trying to finish the master set now. We're hoping for cards that we don't have, and that's when it gets harder, because at the start everything comes out easy, and then it becomes harder and harder to get stuff that you're missing specifically. Like that Megalodios. Megalodios was one of the full arts that we needed. Now we have it. It come out again right after the one we needed. So there's that derpy ass boy, Helioptile. Not gonna change it for Litleo, honestly, because it's just a derp gonna be in the back. And we're gonna keep it going with that. Okay, so already down halfway. This is the halfway point for this second round. See if we get anything to show up here for not. With Lopunny and another Mega, Abomasnow though. So those EXs just go down and stay there. And then we'll see how the rest of this show goes. Our packs here and our 3, if there's anything worthwhile or not. With a Clytzer. There's our Clytzer to show up here and show up over there. But that's going to happen again. Like we're saying, these are just bundles, so it's not like they're coming from the same opening or the same box. Clytzer on one side, Clytzer on the other. There's our code. I like seeing the Pikachu card. Maybe some people will start decorating with that or taking up spots with that as placeholders, because they look pretty nice and they feel like they would be good placeholders in my opinion. But some people just end up putting the names in placeholders, and I just leave it empty honestly when I do that kind of stuff, so you never know what's gonna come out. But down to our last 2 packs here for our bundles, second round bundles. See if we got anything worthwhile to show up here or not. But there's our 3. We got Corphish, Electric, and another Kangaskhan. And in our last pack, let's see how it turns out with what we got. Our code. And our 3 with the last one being Chiyu, Firo, and another Megaevolutions. Just going to show you that now Megaevolutions is just coming out everywhere, dude. So there she is on both sides. Let's finish the booster box and see how the rest of this turns out. Our last 12 packs, our little mega opening thing there, so we can see how this booster box already made it, we know that, but let's see how much is left of this booster box. Because again, our previous opening, where we ended up getting a hyper rare, ended up giving us one little surprise at the end as well. So let's see, lucky enough to do the same. So that video, I'm also going to put it there for you guys to go and check it out. But other than that, we'll see if we can also have something like that happen to us in this one. But stick around. You guys are gonna not want to miss and see how it turns out. But we got our Nickit, Shuckle, and Kyogre, which again, I feel like that Kyogre card would have been dope as an illustration rare, but I'm believing that something's going to happen later on in the future with those guys. We're going to see another Groudon some point. Rare Candy full art, which is just going to go into the back. There's our item full art. You could say you're expecting from these guys, but we're going to keep it simple and keep going from there. See how this one turns out. Check it up and move on, because those items now come out a lot apparently. I don't know how much is a lot or how much is a little, but they come out in each box, at least that we've seen so far, except maybe the first box, because again, that first box was pretty bad. But in comparison to all the other ones, I'm pretty sure we've gotten at least an item from them. Our Yveltal there, and our last 6 packs here. At the end, we're obviously going to do a little summary just to see how the booster box ended up turning out and how our bundles ended up turning out. But so far, pretty good. Another EX there with Venusaur. I think he's been the one that we've seen the most. Don't know. We probably need to count, but we have a lot of EXs, obviously. So it's something that we would need to count to see if it's in that point or not. But again, all these guys are constantly just coming out over and over again. At this point, or at any point when opening a pack a lot, the EXs that come out are just obviously the same ones over and over, and it's gonna be repeated, duh. So those guys come out from whatever, whenever, all the time. Now, last 3 packs. Code for y'all. We have Stuffle, my Vulpix, very good there. We're gonna have that one in the background, obviously. Yeah, Vulpix 25. So Vulpix, very good illustration rare to be pulling as well. 25 bucks, nothing to cough at there. Obviously, in comparison to Marshadow, changes a lot, but 25 bucks, can't say ain't nothing at all. There's our regular Latias, and the last pack of this booster box. What will be here? Let's see. Last 3. We got Litleo, Spiritomb, and we finished with Vulpix. Pretty good there. Very good. So to finish now, we are just left with our bundles. Let's see how these guys turn out. That's what we got. Now, that's all we have left. So we got our Gong, and this is our last chance to see if we get anything worthwhile from here as well. Because again, these guys are gonna let us know if something ended up coming out or not, obviously, because we got some pretty good stuff. Illustration rare-wise, obviously not anything big like over here, because again, Vulpix is a pretty good illustration rare. Obviously not Mars Shadow-wise, but still good one to be pulling. There's another Lit Leo, so double Lit Leo. Price-wise, he is right there on the screen, so I don't think at this point, when I'm recording, I don't think he was at that big of a price, but you'll see on the screen what price he is now. But double Lit Leo, at least his face that he's making, makes the card a little more interesting in my opinion. But almost done here. Last couple to go, and then we'll do a little summary so you guys just can see the big stuff at the end. Obviously the EXs, we can just fly through those. We're not even gonna show them, but the EXs, those guys obviously are just part of the show at this point. You need to have the EXs, and they're gonna come out aplenty. At least in the booster box, what we've noticed, it's always 7. I think we've had one with 8, but pretty much 7 each time. Yveltal, and last 6 packs here. See how it goes for us, because again, nothing super big here. We've had a lot of repeats. We've had the Kleitzer on both sides. There's Mr. President right there. Mr. President going straight to the back. He's also one of the illustration rares that we've seen so many times, but obviously it's going to be happening there. There's our code and our 3 with Xerneas, our Camerupt. For those of you playing Pokemon Go, at the point of this time recording, the Camerupt thing is happening at this part. So those of you that like that, go ahead, leave your comments about it. But I have no idea. I don't play Pokemon Go anymore, so I have no freaking idea. But there's our code, last 3 packs, leaving it suspenseful to the end with hopefully getting something from these bundles, because at this point now, from Megaevolution, we're proving that the booster box has been the way to go, at least with the hyper rare there. For us, don't know about other people. Got our Dialga and our last pack, our Venusaur pack. Let's see how it goes with the last one and our last 3. We have Kirlia, Raikou, and it finishes there. So to finish, guys, obviously just the EXs gonna run through. We had 6 EXs in the bundles, our items, our Buddy, and our Mega Signal with our full art of Megalodios. And then here, just all of the illustration rares. Kleitzer, Helioptile, Gargankel, Mr. President, Gumshoe, and a double Lit Leo there. But obviously, second one to go through is our booster box, which had 7 EXs. We're noticing the pattern there. Our rare candy, 1 item. Our Megalodios repeated there. Kleitzer, Shedinja, Vulpix, and obviously Gold Crown Guarded Vor going right there. Second one we've pulled. Very lucky to be able to do that. But let me know down in those comments, guys, what you thought of the video. Leave a like, subscribe, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when we have videos coming out, and share as well so we can have more people joining the community, seeing the kinds of hits we're getting, and enjoying the kinds of things that we're doing. But that's been it. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.